Rob Grimm is a kind and gentle person with an unassuming character and a passion for his family, his work, and the betterment of the community. This pioneer hero is a perfect example of how caring and sharing can make a better life for all. Rob Grimm grew up in what he describes as the quiet and safe community of Waymart, Pennsylvania. Sharing his home with his parents, brother, and sister was the typical small-town life of the time. Bike riding, neighborhood sports, and the occasional trip to the Carbondale Y for a game of basketball and swimming were the things that he enjoyed the most. He attended Waymart Elementary School and Western Wayne High School, but Rob already had a plan in mind for his life, which started at a young age.
You know, I did sports for a while up until maybe like ninth grade, and then I really got involved with working too, and really liked the construction side of things, and focused a lot more on that than on the sports. And I was just really wanted to get done with school and get on to it.
Rob's dad was a craftsman in the construction trades, and after working at various jobs, started Grimm Construction in 1975. Rob began to work with his dad while in school, and then joined him full-time in 1986.
It's just something I always wanted to do, and it was very simple. I always knew what I wanted to do in life, so it was nice to, at a young age, to say this is what I want to get into, and to be able to follow that, and then to really enjoy what you do is.
As a small community, the people who lived in Waymart were involved in just about everything that went on, helping to build the town and care for its residents. That sense of involvement stayed with Rob as he grew up. Rob met his wife Carla when they were just kids, although they didn't know it because boys and girls don't normally talk at that age. It wasn't until their 20s that they finally started to date.
It's just we just kind of hit it off, and we really, enjoyed spending time together. We dated for a long time. She says a long time, I don't know. Maybe 7, 8 years, it wasn't.
Well, as Rob and Carla's family grew, Grimm Construction saw a huge growth from word of mouth and building of relationships. From small renovation jobs to building houses, hotels, and apartments, then to larger construction projects. More workers and project managers were hired, more jobs were bid and booked, and even the economic downturn of 2009 saw record growth for the company.
I'm more of the hands-on type, and I would love to still be doing that. I like being on the job sites. That's just what I really enjoy. It's where I spend the least time anymore, but because of, there's just so much to do in the office and the management side of it that it just takes a lot of time. And again, we have great people.
Rob and Carla have a deep love for family. 7 kids, 1 married, 2 in college, and 4 still at home.
Megan, Tori, Dylan, Grace, Kelly, David, and Noel.
And now with 4 grandchildren, Rob thought managing construction crews was tough. Little did he realize.
That's the tough part, and that's where, my wife is just amazing, and that's where it really, we just could team up, and both sets of our parents live right in Waymart, so that was very helpful with, of course, when it came to sports and things like that, and just helping us through a lot of those things. At one point, we had 5 kids playing on 7 different soccer teams at the same time, so that schedule was just, it's chaos.
It's not that Rob Grimm is all work and no play. From a young age, he had an interest in racing. His dad would take him to watch dirt track racing in New York and Pennsylvania on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, where local drivers would race on the circuit.
Have been involved since it was in my early teens with racing, helping out people with cars and being on the pit crews and stuff like that through, and then probably 12, 13 years ago we got involved in a NASCAR series, and we bought a car and we were the team owner, and we got a crew together and a driver, and we spent 11 years doing that and traveling. Again, we added that with all the kids, and we were running from, Pensacola, Florida, to Iowa, to Greenville, South Carolina, and up through New England, just a lot of.
Their team had great success, coming in second place in points one year, being beat out by NASCAR star Martin Truex Jr. They gave up the team about 2 years ago.
It actually was easier when the kids were younger to do the travel and to get places, because they're very, it's important for them to be committed to what they do if they're on teams or if they're involved in school with things, to be taking them away from that all the time isn't fair to them or to the.
Rob also has an interest in vintage cars and at one time worked on restoring them. He doesn't have a lot of time these days, so he looks on his collection as an investment in the future. Rob and his company Grimm Construction are seen by many as a community champion, helping so many organizations to perform their good work. To Rob, however, it's just what he's done all of his life.
Yeah, it's just really giving back, and that's what, we need to do. Again, we've been very blessed and fortunate, and, we're supposed to share that with others and help others.
As part of the greater Carbondale Y project, Grimm Construction was asked to come in early during the planning, estimating, and budgeting process for the new facility, providing pro bono services to the project. And when the public bid went out, Grimm Construction was the lowest bidder.
It was a huge amount of money for them to raise, and when you see what other places have not been able to accomplish, and they haven't met fundraising goals, and the way they did it, it was unbelievable. It really was. Just a lot of hard work and a lot of good people who just had great attitudes, and they were going to get it done.
Perhaps the most uncomfortable thing Rob Grimm has ever been asked to do is appear on this video. But when asked to give of himself or his resources for the good of the community, the answer from this pioneer hero is always yes.
I'd like to thank the Y for this Pioneer Hero Award. It's just a great honor, and it's very humbling to receive this. It's I feel undeserving compared to these other recipients who put in so much time, Michelle and Mike and John, who are just great members of the community and have volunteered a lot and a lot of hours into the program. I'd just like to congratulate them, and I'd like to share this honor with my wife Carla and with my family, who have sacrificed a lot so that we can do the things that we do and do the things in the community. And especially want to thank Carla for all she does, and for being the great wife that she is and my best friend. Thank you.